Club V1 has a facility to create news items, club news items for distribution to your members, either distributing via mailing, newsletters, etc., or alternatively through the Club V1 hub, or both. So I'm going to show you how to go about that. We'll head to communications from any part of Club V1 and into Club News. When you go into Club News, you'll be presented with any club news that you've created up to now. As you can see here, there's a number of old news items down the left hand side. And if you go into any of those news items, you can see when they are visible from and visible until. I'll show you how to do that shortly in this training video. To start, we're going to press this button here, Add Club News, and this is where we're going to put the main element of content. For today, we're going to use Captain's Driving as the headline, something that many clubs may want to report on during the course of the year. And in the summary, as you can see, I've already free typed these into Club V1. So a report from the drive-in on Saturday. And it would be here where you would add some content, a story to that. Rather than take you through that, we'll just put test in there for the time being. Now there's a couple of things here that we can do as well. There's a button here that says add link to story. This is particularly useful if maybe you're writing a story about something which exists on another website. So perhaps maybe a change to the rules of golf, or maybe you want to highlight a story where one of your members has been particularly successful in a county event and there is a story on a county event. In that occasion, you can type the URL, the address there, to link to that story rather than you having to type it all out yourself. You can also link it to a document within your document store. So as you can see here, we've got folder. I click on that and say I was to click on gents. I could click the document that is appropriate, and that would then display within this news article. For the time being, just for simplicity though, we'll cancel that. We'll just keep it as a fairly simple story. So we'll continue from there. Here we can select an image that will sit alongside. Few different options. You can use an image that's already within your library here, or you can upload an image. And you'd upload the image simply here, which would take you to either a webcam image or from your computer. On this occasion, just going to select the image from within our library here, and if we click that, we can use that image there. Press continue. This is where we set the parameters as to whether the article is visible and when it's visible from and to. So it automatically defaults to the current date as to when it's visible from, and we'll give a month typically for that visibility. So we're going to say we're happy with that. We're not going to change those dates at all. Is this an event? If it's a members only event, you can click yes or no to that. And you can click to set the news item to never expire. So you may use that on the instance where it's something which is always relevant, and it would kick into effect whenever current news articles have expired. That will then set to show on your Club V1 news, so you never have the news area looking blank. And you can mark this as a diary event as well, and say when that event is supposed to happen. So for example, as you can see in the background here, this cheese and wine evening, you may choose, rather than it being a news article, it's kind of an event, but you want to showcase it as a news article. You can also link it to a diary event, so you don't have to duplicate that. We'll say no to that. And continue. It gives you a little overview. It shows you what it's going to look like. It shows you that the article will be visible between these dates, and if you're happy with that, we're going to press save. Okay, so you can now see that news article within your Club V1. You can see the dates it's visible from and to, and you can obviously go in and edit that if you so wish. If you find something on there that you've made a mistake or you're not happy with it, Do remember, obviously, this hasn't been sent out to your members. It's literally sitting within your Club V1 system at the moment. The only place where it is going to be visible is if we go into the dashboard of the Club V1 Members Hub. Let's just refresh that, see if it's come through yet. Yes, it has, as you can see on the Members Hub. So this is what you'll see on your mobile phones, but some people use a desktop. You can see that latest news there. If we click on that latest news, we can see the current news that's available. And obviously at the top there is the captain's driving, which we can go into and read more about. Just briefly heading back into the Club V1 area. If we want to use that news article within a communication, we can send a newsletter. We can add a newsletter. We're going to use the templated newsletter. From here we're going to add a news article, and it will bring through the news article that we've just created and any others. If we add that in, it puts that news article within your club newsletter for distribution to your members in that way as well.